My name is Tony Zhang. I'm the Chief Strategist here at OptionsPlay, and I want to show you how you can structure the optimal option strategy as you are doing your technical analysis within ACP as part of your OptionsPlay add-on here at StockCharts.com. We built the OptionsPlay Strategy Explorer directly into ACP to help you structure the optimal option strategy as you are looking at important technical levels on your chart. Let's take a look at Apple here, for example. Apple has been in a bearish trend here for a couple of months now and has some early signs of a potential reversal back into a bullish trend. So let's say we want to explore structuring some bullish strategies on options for Apple, but you're brand new to options trading or you need a little bit of help to figure out exactly what expiration date and strike price. Let's use the OptionsPlay Strategy Explorer to help us along. To launch the Strategy Explorer within ACP, you can click on the Options button, which is on the very lower left-hand corner of your ACP, and then under Options, you can click on OptionsPlay right below that, and that's going to launch the Strategy Explorer. Within the Strategy Explorer, you'll see at the very top two settings, Trading and Income. And because we're taking a directional view here on Apple, let's focus on the Trading tab first, and then I'll walk you through the Options tab later. Under the Trading tab, you'll see three options. You have bullish, bearish, and implied volatility. And this is designed to help you better understand how to structure the optimal options trade for these three common outlooks that you might have as an options trader. So looking at the bullish strategies first, because we have a bullish view on Apple, you see three strategies that are automatically structured for you. You have your equity component on the left-hand side, a simple option strategy in the middle with a call option, and a vertical spread on the right-hand side that's going to progress you into a more advanced option strategy. And we start you off with these three strategies with no prior knowledge of options trading because we've selected the strategy for you, the expiration date, and strike price based on best practices and research for these specific strategies, so that you can jump right into these specific strategies, better understand them to decide whether or not it's the right strategy for you. So when we look at bullish strategies here, it's important for us to keep an eye on the chart. So if I look at this particular chart and I say that I think the stock potentially reached $250, which is the last swing high, I can use the P&L simulator within the OptionsPlay platform, plug in that specific outlook. I can see how they perform side by side. So I can see that if I bought the stock, I'm looking at about a 6% return on the stock, a 29% return, 30% return on the call option, versus a 56% return on the vertical spread. So the strategy on the right-hand side is going to give me the best return profile if I'm correct on my directional view, but it's also important to say, what if I'm wrong and the stock reverses lower? How much do I have to risk? What happens if the stock declines to, let's say, $200? I'm risking, in this particular case, $1,200 if I went long the stock, $1,100 if I bought the call option, or $940 if I bought the vertical spread. And that's why the strategy here gives me different risk to reward ratios to help me understand where I can potentially make the best profit and loss based on different scenarios that I have. And the P&L simulator is the tool that's going to help you make the decision as to which strategy best suits you and the specific outlook you might have on this particular stock, so that it's very black and white and you can make confident choices in your options trading. And then for those of you that are long-term investors in a specific stock, you might want to look at the Income tab within the OptionsPlay tool. This is where we take the same approach to helping you find the optimal short put to sell to acquire the stocks that you might want to own in your long-term portfolio, and then identify cover calls to sell on the stocks that you already own in your portfolio to generate an additional income stream for your portfolio. So you can select either yes or no depending on whether you own the stock. So if we start with not owning the stock by selling cash secured puts, we have different parameters that we can choose from to help you select the right short put that suits your specific needs. So if I'm looking at a shorter dated, more conservative short put or more aggressive short put, I can see how much yield that I can generate from this short put, which is roughly 2% here in just 24 days. That annualizes out to 36% yield over the year. And what it does, more importantly, is it explains the risks and obligations that I have with the strategy in plain English. This is incredibly important for new users who are using this strategy for the first time to better understand exactly what you're taking on from a risk perspective, from a reward and obligation perspective when you're selling a put option like this. And if that put option eventually gets put to you and you own 100 shares of the stock, that's where you can turn to the same tool to help you generate more yield by selling a cover call. Looking at this particular cover call, the June 27th 235 calls, I'm going to collect 57 basis points over 24 days, which annualizes out to over 4.6% for the year. So think about this. If you can add another 4 to 5% income to all of the stocks that you own, and many stocks you can actually earn a lot more income from selling cover calls, which is a riskless strategy. It's the only option strategy that doesn't add additional risk to your portfolio. How can you do that using the OptionsPlay Strategy Explorer? This automates all of the work for you, and it's directly integrated into ACP. So as you are doing your technical research, keeping an eye on important levels, you can structure the optimal option strategy right on the same screen as your ACP. So check out the OptionsPlay Strategy Explorer that's now embedded directly into ACP at StockCharts.com.